21st century. In an age of satellite imagery, mysterious island remains undetectable until the day a storm throws a young shipwreck victim on its shores, Mina. Mina manages to survive without weapons or tools. She adopts a little monkey called Jep. On the island, ruins attest to the presence of other castaways, some 150 years earlier. But that's not all. For years, this unknown land was the base of the famous Captain Nemo. An underwater cave served for a long time as the home port of his submarine, the Nautilus. To remain isolated from the outside world, Nemo devised a shield generator. The machine still works and maintains a screen that prevents Mina from transmitting an SOS. As for Captain Nemo, he died alone. Mina finds his body and gives him a grave. Guided by the captain's notes, the young woman gets into the Nautilus in spite of the traps and the Sentinel robots. The last robot mistakes her for Captain Nemo. Mina maintains the illusion and orders the robot to deactivate the shield. In an instant, the ancient barricade drops. Communications become possible, and help soon arrives.
Delta 4, this is Romeo 5. The island is at least 30 kilometers long. There's a mountain to the west. I've arrived on target area. I've got a visual on the girl. Castaway on board with her monkey. My 2 passengers are in good shape. Returning to base. Clear.
You got me out of the lake. A phenomenon. You're a phenomenon. Without you, I'd be fish food. Jep, the helicopter was shot down. Who did it? One of Nemo's robots? And you saw that the volcano has awakened, and the lake's level has risen. Granite House must be underwater. I lost my telephone. It must have slipped from my wrist. Okay, let's look at this calmly. They know I'm on the island, and they'll come get me, that's for sure. I just hope the second copter doesn't get brought down like the first one. I have to figure out what happened. But I'm sitting here unable to walk. Jep, bring me something to make a bandage with. A bandage for my leg, all right? my treasure of the islands. Oh, poor little Jeb. Looks like you don't really feel like returning into the water. So, Jeb, do you have my bandage? Thanks, Jeb. That's exactly what I needed. I'm better, but I'm still exhausted. Try to eat while I rest. Who knows what's lying in wait for us, and I want you to be in tip-top shape. Try to eat while I rest. Who knows what's lying in wait for us, and I want you to be in tip-top shape. You like to be petted, don't you, sweetie? You seem in great shape, Jep. So much the better. You'll need enough energy for two. Hey, did you hear? The sound of a motor. Jep, go see what it is. Maybe help is coming. Jep, be careful. I'm happy to see you, you rascal. I was afraid, you know. That nasty old jaguar swam across the lake. He was headed straight for me. I ran here to take refuge. At the time, I didn't feel any pain. But look at the shape my leg is in, and I lost my bandage. Tell me, motor sound, what was it? Another helicopter? I hoped it was our rescuers, even if I didn't really believe it could be. It's normal for them to take a while to get here. In the meantime, we'll have to get by on our own. Oh, my leg is burning. I'm afraid the wound is getting infected. I absolutely have to find an antiseptic. A flower! Jeb, you're so kind. Hey, that's thyme, a natural antiseptic. Jeb, I'm impressed. I'll be able to disinfect my wound. The cut on my leg reopened while I was running. It'll have to be stitched or it won't heal. But how can I do that without a needle and thread? You saw ants on the ground, Jeb? That gives me an idea. The Indians used carnivorous ants to sew up their wounds. You have to find me some. Not those, others. The kind that eat meat. Go on, Jep. Try to be a good nurse. Good, Jep. You figured out the technique. Now we have to decapitate the ants quickly so their mandibles stay stuck in the flesh. Perfect. That's real brush medicine. Now we still have to bandage it. Now I need my bandage. Thanks, Jep. My leg is much better. I should be able to walk. I'm really feeling much better. I'm even a little hungry. I'll have to think about eating something later. That noise again. A robot. It crashed nearby. Let's go see. I'd gash this maple to collect the syrup.
Captain, emergency. Captain.
This robot. It's the one I met on board the Nautilus. It always mistakes me for Captain Nemo.
Explosion. Imminent emergency. Island. Danger.
Huh? What danger?
Communicating circuits required. Repairs damaged.
This robot's gone completely haywire. I won't get anything useful out of it until I repair it.
Any unassembly without composed code correct. Self-destruction leads. Onboard explosion, injury, and death for close-by beings. Consequence.
Okay, I've deactivated the robot. The hardest part's still to come. repair its circuits. Electric cannons. A control box for a trap I disarmed. The sea level has risen. That waterfall. It's water from the lake emptying into the sea through the windows of Granite House. Soaked maps, busted instruments. The only thing worth recovering is a sextant's sight. The lens might prove useful. A robot that I neutralized. It wasn't easy. Weird that it doesn't try to escape. Don't worry, Jep. I'm not going to ask you to dive with me. I know you don't like that. Just wait quietly here for me, Jep. Scoundrel! This looks good on me, I think. Now I have to unscrew the plaque.
Duty, perception, binary, Captain.
It's spouting any old stuff. Of course, might be because I stuck my fingers in its brain. Oh, the components are shot. I have to replace them. Usually turtles lay their eggs on the beach. They don't leave the shore. I buried Captain Nemo in the sand on the beach. Now he's underwater. Well, it's just great. I'm sure he would have appreciated it. To arm the trap. Then I'm sure I'll find a way to attract the jaguar. All the bulbs are off. A circuit must have burned out.
Order 1849-3. My own mechanical integrity maintain if it is not in contradiction with the first two orders. Instruction 2010-1. Immediately cut off the shield that deactivates us from the outside world. Order 1870-450. Shield control must always be activated smoothly, strict at slow speed. Faulty mechanical execution. Fault recorded.
Seems to work, but I'm not too sure of myself. We'll see.
My report, Captain. Following your instructions, I unconnected the shield. Disfortunately, a leak in my compensatory system made operation too rough.
What?
Following mechanical defunction, the shield 2 stopped sudden. The voltage surge deregulated the geothermal motor, then stopped it. The resulting seismic and volcanic activity destroyed the Nautilus.
The Nautilus sank and you escaped?
I was still at the base when the vessel sank, Captain. Unable to reach my post, I went out to hope for new instructions.
Did you see the helicopter go down?
I do not know the word helicopter.
The flying machine that came to get me was destroyed. Do you know who fired on it? It wasn't you?
No, Captain. The flying machine was brought down by a volcanic bomb.
A bomb?
A rock projected by the volcano, which is unstable since the geothermal motor stopped. Eruptions and shocks will continue until the imminent, total, and irremediable destruction of the island, unless the motor is rapidly started back up.
Where is this motor?
Examine this map.
Tell me how to get to the motor. The map isn't clear enough.
The shortest route goes under the lake.
But I don't have my diving suit anymore. It stayed in Granite House. Oh no. The circuits aren't going to go out now. Quick, robot, tell me if there's another road.
In the cliff on the northern plateau, look for a passage at an altitude of 340 feet. Follow this passage to the inlet. Once at the inlet, exit left and cross the sanctuary. Follow the underground gallery to the geothermal motor. Here is a detailed map.
That's the map? A sheet that's totally black? Its printer's busted.
Altitude 340 feet. Passage towards the inlet.
This time it's burnout. Really burnout. What should I do? Is the island really going to explode? I hope the robot's wrong. This looks serious. I'd better find that motor and get it working again. I could go check first where the bomb fell. It must be in the northern part of the plateau, near the scarecrow. A volcanic bomb. So that's what brought my helicopter down. I'll explore the island thoroughly and find the geothermal motor. Obviously, I could just light a big fire and wait for the rescuers to find me. But what if the island were to explode first? No, really. I couldn't stand to just wait and do nothing. I can't walk in the mud. The cut in my leg could get infected. Very good, Jep. Now find a way to get me over there. I'd like to make it over to the other side too, but I can't take your route. What can I do? I'm sure a smart monkey like you can find a solution. I'd like to make it over to the other side too. You rogue. Excellent! What energy! Now we have to find that passage the robot spoke of, at an altitude of 340 feet. Oh, hey, you smell like sludge. You ought to consider washing. A kiln. It's well built, bleached with lime. I have to say, those castaways who were on the island before me just keep astonishing me. They built bridges, a mill, a telegraph whose poles are still up. If they'd had time, I bet they would have built a railway in the end. It's not a bad idea, but the hardy is dull. I'll have to sharpen it first. This nail holds the blade. If I could twist it, it'd make a solid hook. Hey! It's disgusting. Jeb should have left this poor creature where he found it. Trash. Thanks, Jeb. You weren't much help to me. still like the one in Granite House. There's movement over there. Quick, let's go see. All right, I found it. There's a tunnel behind the bushes. It's a little steep. I've got no choice. This time, I have to climb. Well, Jep? Can't go that way. With the water's rise, the bank must be a quagmire. If I slop around in the mud, my leg could become infected. So, you character, what are you up to? Always wet your hands before working with clay. Oh, it's so pleasant to make pottery. I could get used to this. Not fired enough. Perfect. Not fired enough. Not fired enough. It'd be best to distill each variety of flower separately. I'll name this new perfume Mysterious Island Fragrance. Lost it. I pulled too hard. 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 that one. That hit the spot. I'm not hungry. Sure what to expect in there, but I've got my strength back, and Jep is with me. Let's do it. The inlet! It's the inlet the robot mentioned.
In the cliff on the northern plateau, look for a passage at an altitude of 340 feet. On the entrance passage to the inlet, once at the inlet, exit and cross the sanctuary. To the geothermal blower. Here is a detailed map.
Okay, We haven't seen the end of our problems, but we'll eventually find that famous motor. Thief! What a nuisance, that monkey! He's gone and hidden his loot on a palm tree. Jep, you have to find a way to recover it. That's a route for Jep. How are you, sweetie? Tidal wave? A volcanic eruption? I just hope the motor's still accessible. My boat. I didn't expect to find it here. She's in really poor condition. A termite nest. You can eat termites, but I could never catch them. Hey! You up there! What's that about? These engraved marks are weird. They look like a mold. I'd be surprised if I were able to set my boat back afloat. As for the record, to think that it was within my grasp when I went overboard. In 1 second, I lost everything. Okay, what now? The stairway has collapsed. I wouldn't take a chance trying to climb it. What have you got on your mind? Quicklime. That's corrosive. I can't take it with my bare hands. I've never seen that. What's it mean? Careful. Gently, gently. The lime has to be poured very slowly. Okay, enough. Stop thinking about your boat. You could have died. Whatever you're living through now is a gift. Perfect. A fire clay crucible. It must have been used to make glass. was really scared. This plant grew so fast. Maybe it'd keep growing if I replanted it somewhere else. Well, honey? Oh! What is it? It looks like a temple, as old as the mountain. It certainly can't be Nemo who built it. Hey, what kind of manners are those? Let me by. I haven't done anything wrong. I can't see anything anymore. Let's move back. I'll have to counterattack if I want to pass. The monkeys are perched up high, but there must be some way to get them. I need some sort of projectile weapon, but one that's not too dangerous. I don't want to kill them. I think it's time to hold a council, Jeb. Let's sum up our situation. Item 1. Our goal is to cross the pit, to penetrate into the mountain, and to reach the geothermal motor. Item 2. Hostile monkeys block our advance. Our forces aren't sufficient to open a passage. We need allies. Jeb, you'll be our ambassador. Go find the monkeys you know and make sure of their friendship. No, I'm not saying you should go back into the pit and face all of them together. Go find them where you usually see them and try to persuade each one individually. That'll be more effective. Yes, I know there'll be some difficult customers who will be impossible to convince. Too bad. We'll get by without their support. If the majority of the monkeys are with us, I'm sure we'll be able to force passage. It all depends on your diplomatic talents, Jep. What's happening, you little devil? Not fired enough. Now I have to refire the vase to set the color. Perfect. If I slip, I'll fall into the thorns. No, thank you. That's a route for Jep. Come over here and get your ears scratched, sweetie. Sugar. Still nothing in the sky. I wonder when help will come. Well, we'll see when we see. Better not think about that and stay concentrated on my goal. I'm sure we've got all we need to pass now. It's well, Jeff? Victory! Our enemies are running away and our allies control the high points. The coast is clear, Jep. Ground is littered with monkey bones. Jep, it's certainly not your people who built this place, but it seems they've made it their cemetery. I didn't mean to offend you. I promise I'll leave the bones on the columns. They don't want anyone to touch the bones, or in any case, not with bare hands. What is it? Will discern. Will discern. Will discern. Will discern. Will discern. In the unknown. Will discern. In the unknown. Will discern. In the unknown. He who has will discern in the unknown. He who has will discern in the unknown. He who has will discern in the unknown. He who has
intelligence
will discern in the unknown. He who has
intelligence
will discern the known in the unknown. He who has intelligence will discern the known in the unknown and understand how much the other He who has intelligence. He who has intelligence will discern the known in the unknown and understand how much the other is like him. He who has intelligence will discern the known in the unknown and understand how much the other is like him. Oh, what a weird impression. All of a sudden, lots of memories are flooding my mind. Green gas. There are terrible things happening on the island. Have to stay calm, calm. There's danger everywhere, but the greatest risk is that the island may explode. And if there's a solution, it must be underground. A plains gorilla, my cousin and Jeff's.
Oh, ew.
A female Australopithecus. My ancestor. She's related to Jep, too. We keep it in the family.
Ow, ew. Oh. Oh, you. Wow. Ooh. Ow, ew.
A Cro-Magnon man. He's a very close relative. More than my cousin. He's my brother. This one seems like a mix between an orangutan and a spider monkey, and it's wearing clothes. I've never seen anything like it. Yet it's human without question. What a strange impression. I wonder what this one has on its head. Is it an ornament or a bone crest or comb? Yet another species. They're all primates, but they're so different. If I had the time, I think I'd explore the whole collection. Yet another species. Yet another species. Yet another species. Yet another species. This one looks like a lot of fun.
I presume.
Pencroff is right.
A man dressed in 19th century style. Looks intelligent, but severe.
We do not lack resources.
Yet another...
Pencroff is right, my friends. We must no longer look on ourselves as castaways, but as colonizers. We do not lack resources, and God willing, we shall make of this island a prosperous colony that we will offer to the government of the Union. No, Howard, we are not powerless. We have knowledge, and the man who knows can do anything.
Since I buried my last crew member, I've lived alone here, with no other company but my robots. I will have the solitude again after your departure, my friend. In the messages he left us, he never mentioned his name, so I've chosen to call him X.
So, one individual built all this, Captain?
Yes, I believe he was alone, even if he used the resources and the knowledge of a powerful civilization. Perhaps he was too unconventional, like myself, living far from his fellows as I do from mine. I like to consider myself his heir. When I understood X's messages, everything became simpler. All that has to be done is to follow the directions to reach the control panel. The secret of X's language is in this machine. When I found the key to these strange deformations, I understood that he was speaking with my voice.
Really? As for me, I hear him speaking with mine.
Judging by the nature of his collections, X was a primate, like us. He clearly states that he's interested in those who resemble him.
Then we resemble him?
Without a doubt. But it could be that the island's monkeys resemble him even more, even if that is a blow to our pride. Yes, X wanted to display his treasures, but to a select audience.
All these trials to reach the sanctuary.
A matter of judging if you are worthy of admiring his collection. He wanted to handpick his visitors. Oh yes, I passed them also. I arranged the tokens, drew the sign, placed the vases, and played the melody. These ovoid objects contain the essence of the individuals, the most profound depths of their living structure, and at least part of their memories. If you only knew how many years it took me to understand and duplicate that machine.
A different science? What an exciting adventure!
This motor uses the energy of the volcano. It powers a stabilizer that absorbs the excess, thus preventing destructive eruptions. Near that wonder, I've installed a dynamo that captures part of the energy produced to supply electricity to my own facilities. I wanted to have a laboratory very close to X's facilities. So I dug a tunnel leading from the turbine room to the lake. Northeast winds are prevalent most of the year.
We brought a wheat seed to the island. I didn't suspect that we'd also brought parasites along.
Promise me, you'll not speak of anything you've seen here.
How could I refuse? I owe you my life. However, would it not be legitimate that humanity profit from all this knowledge?
I feel no obligation to humanity, believe me. I will make no effort to reveal X's science, nor my own work. Should it happen anyway, so be it, but I will not facilitate the process. No, I'll try instead to hinder it.
If you save me, it's because you can feel compassion, at least for individuals. It's odd that the fate of the world leaves you indifferent.
But sir, how can we guess what mankind would do with X's knowledge? If it were used for destructive purposes, the world would be plunged into a chemical nightmare.
Every life develops to the detriment of another one. Pencroff is right, my friend.
This one looks like a lot of fun.
Shut out down, I presume.
Yes, that's me. And with whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Call me Nemo. Captain Nemo.
Don't be offended. You're welcome, as were Cyrus Smith and his companions earlier. But in this part of the world, most of the time, it's pirates who tend to visit me. And as I appreciate my tranquility, I've invented a shield which will protect me for the rest of my life. It has a few defects, I confess, but I believe it'll do the job. X's geothermal motor will supply the necessary energy. Yes, X, that's what I call him. The being, the creature who built this place long, long ago. No, I won't take the chance of suggesting a date. Since Cyrus Smith, you're the first person I've invited to this site. But I suppose it is difficult to astonish a great traveler like yourself.
It's the Earth, the planet of my birth.
Every gardener is a killer. Keep that in mind. Michel Aldon.
You got me out of the lake. That's Jep. A phenomenon. You're a phenomenon. Without you, I'd be fish food. And you saw that the volcano has awakened, and the lake's level has risen. Granite House must be underwater. I think it's time to hold a council, Jeff. Our forces aren't sufficient to open a passage. We need allies. Jeff, you'll be our ambassador. Go find the monkeys you know and make sure of their friendship. You got me out of the lake. I'm happy to see you. That's me. Wow. I look awful. I'm happy to see you, you rascal. Tell me, that motor sound, what was it? Another helicopter? Hey, what kind of manners are those? Let me by. I haven't done anything wrong.
Another monkey? At least it doesn't look aggressive. It looks hurt, poor thing. You need a name. Jick? Jack? Jup? Jock? Jet? Some big cat went that way. From the size of those tracks, I sure don't want to run into it.
I am Captain Nemo. I haunt this island in search of eternal rest. Find my body and give me a proper burial.
Sleep okay, Jet? I had this dream. Well, I suppose it was a dream. Do you believe in ghosts? Mom? You can hear me!
Green gas. There are terrible things happening on the island. I'm happy to see you, you rascal. The motor. At last, I think I found the geothermal motor. Careful. This part can be repaired, but the crystal it held has to be replaced. It's hot up here. It's encrusted in the rock. Need a tool to extract it. Impossible to slip through there, and yet I'm far from fat. So, you character, what are you up to? shield's control. I suppose this device was used for communication with the submarine before it was wrecked. That creaking. It must be the wreck subjected to the pressure. A book by Pasteur, Fermentations and So-Called Spontaneous Generations. There's a paper slipped into the book. A handwritten note by Nemo. The Origin of the Species by Darwin. Nemo wrote something on the frontispiece. It's Captain Nemo. That man could be Nemo when he was young. As for the woman, I have the impression I've seen her face. Where? There, that should open it. This plant is sick.
I replaced my personal record. replaced
I know
my
this
personal
man.
record with a
I've seen his
decoy.
face in my
Took the
dreams and in
original to my
pictures.
laboratory to study.
It's Captain Nemo.
I replaced my personal record with a decoy and took the original to my laboratory to study it. Mina.
Did you see what I saw, Jim?
She resembles her. How she resembles her. Several times, the faces of the cliffs spewed forth great clouds of gas. That was just a foretaste of what X's equipment could produce if it were working at its full potential. I analyzed tissue that was exposed to the gas. Those colored fogs have a radical effect on living tissue.
And that very curious, how would you call it? A mixer? Haven't you tried to make it work?
Not in the sanctuary, it's too risky. I took small samples of the elementary gases and reproduced a scale model of the machine in my laboratory. Here's my replica of X's mixer. It allows one to create organic compounds with a specific goal, the most violent poisons and their antidotes. In the central globe, 3 fundamental gases are mixed. I tested different combinations on healthy and sick cellular tissues. A metabasalt vault caps the crater. It can resist anything. It would take a mountain exploding for it to give way. See, epsilon crystals formed on the side. Doubtless the result of repeated thermal shocks. It was an error. The motor stopped. In a few seconds, the stabilizer's battery ran down and it quit working. Before I could start the motor up again, the freed volcano spat forth a lava flow on the south of the island. I was lucky, I confess. If I hadn't found the right adjustments again quickly, the consequences would have been worse. You're right, but leaving for the moon aboard a shell shot from a cannon is hardly more reasonable. You have to find the initial setting manually. When all the monitor lights are on, the stabilizer automatically starts up, and the motor finds the optimal speed without the operator having to intervene. Let's look at things the way they are. My hands shake. I wouldn't know how to turn off the shield if needed. My robots would have to do it for me. I shall teach them the maneuver. I replaced my personal
That was tough. Even with the oil, I thought I wouldn't be able to open it. An airlock. I'm sure it opens into the lake. Take it easy, Jep. I'm not going to ask you to dive with me. Now that I'm equipped, I'll have all the time in the world to explore the lake. I hope Jep doesn't get into any mischief while he's waiting for me. Better get away. It's the mouth of a water main. This looks like a combination lock. Darn. I forecast difficulties ahead.
Hey, Jeff! Open up!
The handle is too hard to turn. He won't be able to manage. We'll have to find another way. Well, Jep, you sure have made a mess of Captain Nemo's things. A to-do list. Huh. Nemo didn't have time to finish it.
I should make my arrangements as soon as in case something happens to me.
I don't need it anymore. Poor creature. At last. This time it seems like the motor's running fine. It sounds really smooth. I did it! I don't think the island will explode now. Fine. It's time to go outside now. The rescuers shouldn't be long. Maybe they're even here already. Incredible. It's like the whole island is going to disappear under a green cloud. I don't believe it. That dumb monkey must have turned off the motor. Oh no, we have to start all over again. We need to return to the turbine room. Now to put the motor back in operation. That's the brute that caused us so much trouble. Oh no! He's gone into the turbine! Hey you, get out of there or I'll steam you whole! He deserves to be boiled. I can't do that. I've got to get him out of there before I start the motor again. No doubt about it. That scoundrel has gone in there. Jep, you have to get that big lug to come out of his hole. Go on, Jep. Show him what you're made of. He's really ill. I'll take care of him. Before anything. I have to get the stabilizer back to work or the island will end up exploding. That idiotic monkey touched the controls. Quick, we have to open the cover and start the motor up again. heard the same sound when I unplugged the water main. It's back in operation. And for good this time, I hope. What the? He's dead. Oh no. If that powerhouse can die so quickly, then... Jep! Oh no, not you! No kidding. Jep, you have to hold on. I'm gonna cure you. You'll see. Death has touched the island. Now it's Jep's turn. And then... No. There has to be a way to stop this. With Nemo's inventions at my disposal, I have to succeed.
Here's my replica of X's mixer. It allows one to create organic compounds with a specific goal, the most violent poisons, and their antidotes.
That fat monkey has broken everything.
3 fundamental organic bodies. I tested different combinations on healthy and sick cellular tissues.
Blown fuse. That should be repairable. Well, well. did it! I found the gas that neutralizes the green one. Why, the cells are dying. I was wrong. The green gas doesn't attack life, it protects it. But then where is the aggression coming from?
From the exterior.
Captain, you are dead, aren't you?
My body is lying under the beach where you buried it. My consciousness lingers in my ruined vessel. Listen to me carefully. My time is limited. The disease destroying our island is caused by animalcula. The wind carried them here as soon as the shield was breached.
Animalcula?
Microorganisms. You saw them in the microscope.
But why am I not affected?
Because you come from the exterior like them. Your body is resistant. But the plants and animals of the island have been cut off from the world for 150 years. They have no defense against the new threats that have appeared outside.
Then the green mist?
It paralyzes and destroys the animalcula. It's X's response to this sort of attack. X, the first master of this island, who tamed the volcano and built the motor. This land was his garden. He wanted to protect it. As soon as his apparatuses detect a threat, they produce a treatment.
A treatment? And yet the plants die, like the animals. And Jep is going to die too.
X didn't foresee an attack of this magnitude. His machines don't produce enough gas.
Then there's no hope?
Yes, there is. Putting the shield back in operation would halt the invasion. In a sealed area, the gas produced would be sufficient to destroy the animalcula. The island would be saved.
If I activate the shield, I'll have to stay here.
I've done what I can to help, but I cannot spare you the pain of the choice. This island is my legacy. You can refuse it or accept it. Farewell, Mina.
That alarm. It's surely the rescue helicopter coming. If I want to leave the island, I've got to get out onto the beach quickly. But is that really what I want? If I activate the shield, I stay on the island, with no human company, like Nemo back when. Can I really renounce all that?
Longitude 150 degrees, 30 minutes. Latitude 34 degrees, 57 minutes. Nothing at the position indicated. Repeat, no land in sight. Copy that. I'm coming home. Clear.